are you today? I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful, amazing, gorgeous day. If you don't know me, my name is Jade, and on my channel I like to post anything that has to do with creativity. So that could be like my art wall behind me, or my usual content is fashion. However, this week I like to do something a little bit different. So a couple weeks ago I had posted a video where I kind of just had to sit down chit chat with you guys, and I was hoping to do that again this week. But this week I wanted to talk to you about something that is more of a recent skill. I'm gonna be very honest with you, but something that I have found has detrimentally changed my life for the better. And it's something so simple. It's protecting my peace, maintaining my peace. And it's so silly to think how when I was younger, I would cry, get upset over the beansiest little things. I remember specifically I had gotten so upset because I had gotten a B on a test. Oh my gosh, I was so upset. I did study very hard for it, so I was very disappointed when that was not an A, but come on girl, you got bigger fish to fry. How about you focus on your blood? But when I speak about maintaining peace, I have certain steps that I like to take because, you know, you can be the most calm, collected person in the world, but still there are going to be those people that come in and test you, and that's okay because they're testing you for a reason. And when I am tested, I have a couple steps that I like to follow. And the first one I would like to, I guess, suggest to you, because again, this is just what's worked for me. You could be a completely different person. Well, you are. So it's going to be completely different for you most likely. But this is what helps me stay calm when situations are very chaotic and things are very chaotic, because that has not been my skill set beforehand. But now I can say with confidence I can handle anything that's thrown and be able to maintain my side and make sure that I'm good and not adding fuel to an already shit situation. So the first thing that I like to do is make room for the emotion. You know, you need to be able to see the emotion, feel the emotion, understand the emotion. Because if you fear it, you're not getting to the root of it. You're just running and running and running, and that's just going to cause more problems. Once you have the balls to really like take a second, understand where is this coming from? Why am I feeling this way? When you make emotional space for the feelings that you have, you're able to look at things in more perspectives than you were beforehand. So if you're just so focused on the hurt and angry and not really getting to the root of the anger and not understanding where this hurt and anger is coming from, you're not really understanding the problem. You're just feeling angry. You have to feel the emotion as well as understand it. Figure out, why is this causing me to feel distress? Once you identify why this is causing you distress, you're actually taking the power away from it, babe. You're taking away all of the big scary things that you were so worried about before, and it's not so scary. You know, you understand why you're feeling this way. You understand why you're just a little dysregulated at this time, and then you can take steps to move forward and change your perspective, change your surroundings, really reflect. And in those times, before you're really able to make drastic changes, I really encourage myself to take time for rest, because, you know, allowing space for those emotions, it's a lot. It's gonna weigh on you both mentally, physically. It's a lot for you to take on, especially by yourself. So yes, of course, make time and space for that emotion in the appropriate environment, but as well, take time for rest. Allow yourself some time to really allow the perspective to set in, and the comfort, and really just give yourself time to understand where it is that you're coming from and the situation, because things can change in an instant. So you definitely want to give yourself time to rest and really come at a level-headed space, because if you're not level-headed, you're not in a good place to make decisions. And once I'm really in a good place and I feel good, then I like to reflect. And that can be in reflecting my own life, or if there was like, let's say, a criticism. I got in a big room with somebody and they said some criticism to me. I will obviously hear the person, understand where they're coming from, try to see from their perspective. Definitely ask questions, ask them, what have I done to make you feel this way? Is there something that I can do to understand your side a little bit better? And once you kind of understand all perspectives of the criticism and where they're coming from, then you're kind of able to reflect on your own life and see if this is a pattern that you have seen within your life. And if it is, then that's definitely something that you want to change. Whereas it's a contradictory and people have said the opposite, that could be the other individual projecting onto you. And if that is the case, then you would want to reflect and figure out, is this a connection that you want to maintain in your life? And that really just gives you all of the power back, because you've seen all the perspectives that you understood everything that you could, and from there you're able to make the best, most right decision for yourself. And that was something that was so difficult for me to understand. I knew what would be right, but I'd go back and forth on if it truly was a right decision. Why does it feel so bad? And right decisions for yourself can feel bad. It's a very tough thing, but if it's like a sink or swim situation, whereas the other person is dragging you down and you love them, but you have to do what's best for you, it's okay to feel bad about a right decision. Never ever take that away from you. But once you really have the time to reflect on the situation, understand and protect your peace rather than let outside things infiltrate and change your perspective on yourself, and then you can go into negative pattern thinking and just spiral into a whole circus. You can stop that by just doing those 3 steps: making time for your emotions, resting after you felt those emotions, and then reflecting. Super simple, but when you're saying it, it's simple. Actuality, sometimes you're so angry you don't want to understand the other person's side, but I promise you're gonna come at this in a better way if you do. But after you've protected your peace, I like to maintain it. And the best way I have found maintaining my peace is, obviously spending time with your loved ones, your friends, your family, your significant other. That's a great way, but as well as speaking your truth, doing something as simple as saying, hey, what you did, that really upset me. And, you're able to have that conversation because you're honoring your emotions still, even not only with yourself, but with others. You're able to let them know when they've upset you, and you're able to honor yourself and others, because if you're just keeping everything bottled up and not talking about it and just saying, I'm fine, that's also manipulative. And I used to do that. I'm guilty of this. So by not speaking your truth, you're also being manipulative, because you're not letting the other person know that you're upset, and they are just not thinking that anything is wrong. And how can you hold that person accountable if you're not letting them know what's wrong? It's silly when you think about it. Or the silent treatment. All of that's super silly, and you really should not do that. I understand taking the time that you need to reflect and all of that, but purposefully ignoring your person or your friends because you're angry at them, that's really silly. But yes, speaking your truth, allowing your emotions to be seen not only by you but also by others. That's super important in maintaining your peace, because if you're just keeping everything bottled up, you're not honoring yourself, babe. You're not doing the work that you need to do. But the other thing that I also like to do when I'm really, really anxious, or I'm just having to maintain my peace and just really keep everything balanced, I like to reconnect with my own self. I like to play an old video game that I really liked, or I like to watch an old podcast or a movie from my childhood. Just really allow myself to feel like a kid again, because being an adult, it gets like a lot, so or even being a teenager, I wish I would have done more stuff to make me to feel like a kid, because I definitely put a lot of pressure on myself growing up. That was not necessary. But if that's you, take it off yourself. Just allow yourself to be a kid, okay? Just, it's cool. You'll be fine. But what I have found, once I protect my peace and maintain it, I have found that I'm able to find solutions to problems that were not there, because you have all of these new perspectives after seeing all different sides and understanding everybody's side and evaluating and determining whether this is something that is good for you. You're able to find different solutions, and that to me is really, really neat. And then you also are free to enjoy more. You're taking a lot of the emotions that used to be scary and removing the power. You're stripping it away. You're able to feel those emotions without it being so detrimental. You're just like, oh, this is fine. This wasn't a big deal. Like, I'm over this. This is small potatoes. You know what I'm saying? So you take a lot of pressure off of yourself. You're able to live more freely, more happily. And you also let go the need of control, especially for outcomes. You know, in most cases, we can't control the outcome, but you control your mind and you can control your emotion. Because those two things, they definitely can add fuel to a situation that's already bad. But if you really just focus in, worry about your emotions and yourself and the perspectives of every angle, you're able to find a much easier and happier life, I feel. But that's kind of my spiel for today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I loved making it for you. If you do enjoy these types of videos, please let me know. I love talking to you guys in the comments. But until next time,